Hey fellow tennis nerds, round 3 of the Australian Open is over. We're going to look ahead at round 4 with some predictions. Good day of tennis, some upsets, many exciting matches. Let's go through it, starting with the men's. We have Kecmanovic beating Sonego. A bit surprising. Kecmanovic has been in the waiting to make bigger results. I think he is a strong talent, but it's not really happened for him. And now it finally did. He's in the 4th round of a Grand Slam, beating Lorenzo Sonego in 4 sets. Pretty tight match, so interesting. Monfils keeps on playing well. He just doesn't seem to miss a beat. He beat Garin in straight sets. Garin had played a lot of tennis, so that's partly maybe the reason that it was so easy. But Monfils is playing perhaps the tennis of his life, as I said before. Sebastian Korda, Carreño Busta was a pretty, injury-focused match. Both players took out the trainer, and they both had issues. They were both tired, played 5-set matches, and so on. Carreño Busta is a guy to bet on in these situations. He is very consistent, very strong, and he managed to win in the end, 4 sets. The best match, my favorite match of the round was Alcaraz, the young Spaniard who is really strong, really talented, really focused. I think he's a future world number 1. I think Mats Wilander agrees after watching the Eurosport commentary there. But this time around, Matteo Berrettini was too strong, but it was just enough for him. He won 10-5 in the final set tiebreak, a 5-set match. Alcaraz seems really mentally focused and took this on the chin. And I think he will grow from this. So it will be interesting to see what this young guy will do in the future. Alexander Zverev didn't have so much of an eventful match. He beat Radu Albot quite easily. Shapovalov beat Opelka in 4 sets. Shapovalov and Auger Aliassime is both playing well after their ATP Cup win. The marathon match, another marathon match, was Mannarino versus Karatsev. Karatsev was on his last legs in a lot of this match, but Mannarino played really well. He's played really well this tournament. 7-6, 6-7, 7-5, 6-4 in over 4 hours. And Mannarino had hardly time and energy to talk to reporters afterwards. He scribbled something on the camera and was pretty quickly off. I think he was pretty beaten down, and I think it will be tough for him to win the next round. Rafael Nadal, he had no problems really, except 1 set against Khachanov. I thought that match would be tighter, but Nadal is in great form. It's apparent he won 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-1. Khachanov didn't play his best tennis, but still, what I saw of Rafa was very positive, and that's not the best news for Mannarino, for example. Alex de Minaur is playing really well, aggressive tennis. I think he seems to have, put an extra gear on his attacking tennis this year. I really like that from him, and he beat Andujar without issues. Jannik Sinner did lose a set to Taro Daniel, but the result was never really in doubt, despite a great event from Taro Daniel. 4 sets without any tie breaks. Taylor Fritz is first time in his career. He's in the second week of a slam. A little bit surprising. I thought he had reached that before, but he was very relieved to have gotten through against Roberto Batista Agut in a very predictable 5-set match. I thought these two guys would get down to the wire, and he came back from 2 sets to 1 down. So very impressive by Fritz. We'll see what he can do in the next round. Stefanos Tsitsipas did beat Benoit Paire, but not without troubles. 6-3, 7-5, 6-7, 6-4. So 4 sets, tight sets. Benoit Paire played really well, but Tsitsipas got through in the end, and I think he's improving overall every match, and he's played some tough matches, so maybe he's a little bit of a dark horse to at least, a semi-final, final. Marin Cilic played his best match in a long time against Andrew Rublev, took the ball early, played super aggressive, didn't give Rublev much time to fire his cannons. And Rublev, as you know, we've said that before, he doesn't really have a plan B. He goes for his plan A, hit hard or hit harder. And it didn't really work against Cilic today. He was too good. He served really well. He played really aggressive, great forehand, good timing. Everything worked, and Cilic is through to the next round. Dan Evans had not much of a break against Felix Auger-Aliassime. The youngster was kind of running away with it, got the upper hand from a pretty early break, and then he was just, outclassing Evans, who had a tough day in the office, 6-4, 6-1, 6-1. So numbers maybe looked a bit easier than it was, but still impressive by Auger-Aliassime, who's a great front runner, very good at being in the lead, this kid. Maxime Cressy, as I predicted, he beat Chris O'Connell, the wild card from Australia, and Cressy is playing really well. He's very confident. the serve and volley guy, as you might know, and he thinks that it's better to wait with a clothing sponsor. He doesn't have one until he's within the top 50, top 10, he mentioned. So he has confidence that he can reach really far and with his tennis. And, I love to watch him. I like to see different styles, and it's fun to see a serve and volleyer back in tennis after such a long time without them, pretty much. Not counting Feliciano Lopez, but this guy, he comes in on every shot. Medvedev did not have any issues at all beating Botic van de Zandschulp. All right, so that's the results. Fourth round predictions. Monfils should beat Kecmanovic. That's my feeling. Kecmanovic, so strong player, but Monfils, in the kind of form he is, also rested, winning every match in 3 sets. I bet Monfils there pretty... it might be a tougher one, this one, but 4 sets into Monfils. Carreño Busta is likely a broken man. Berrettini seems a bit stronger, although he played 5 sets, but I still think Berrettini has more in the tank and will beat Carreño Busta. Zverev Shapovalov, a very good match, very interesting match to watch. Can Shapovalov, with his flamboyant shot making, make it difficult for Zverev? Zverev has reached a new level of consistency, as I've said before, so I think Zverev should take it in 4 sets. Mannarino, as mentioned, should not have much of a chance against Rafa Nadal. Nadal fresh, playing not many deep sets and tough matches so far. Both lefties, they're not going to out-lefty one another. I just think Rafa has more firepower and will deal with Mannarino better than a tired Karatsev. So this should be pretty easy for Nadal, in my opinion. Sinner Deminor, very good match. Can go either way. Really tough to predict for me. I will say Sinner in the end, but I think Deminor can make a big issue for Sinner with the crowd in his back, and also he's playing more aggressive tennis. I really like that from him. Fritz Tsitsipas, also tough to predict, but I think Tsitsipas is growing stronger every match, so I think he will win against Fritz in 4 sets. Can Cilic trouble Auger-Aliassime? Yes, he can trouble him, but I still think the youngster will go through in 4 sets. He's playing really well. Auger-Aliassime. Cressy Medvedev, maybe the most exciting match in one way, because you have 2 really contrasting styles. Medvedev standing meters behind the baseline and just hitting every angle he needs to pass someone, or just not giving any ball away. And Cressy, who's then going to attack over and over again. I think it can bother Medvedev, but it can also be one of those kind of 6-2, 6-2, 6-2. One of those matches. So very fun to watch. I hope it's a tough match, but yeah, I'm feeling that it might be an easy one for Medvedev, because he just seems to figure out these kind of opponents. All right, so that's the 4th round of the men's Australian Open. Let me know what you think about my predictions in the comments below. And we'll go into the women's, starting with the results. Ash Barty, no issues with Camila Giorgi. Straight sets, easy win. Anisimova, very impressive win against Osaka. Match tiebreak, 10-5 in that. And I had a feeling that this might happen, and she's playing really well. And Osaka seems not 100% sure of herself yet, but still impressive by Anisimova. Jessica Pegula, also American, beat Paritsas Diaz. Sakkari beat Kudermetova, not a problem there. Krejcikova lost the first set, but came back against Ostapenko, stronger player overall. Azarenka dropped only 2 games against Svitolina. Not sure what happened there. That was a bit shocking to me. Azarenka, can hit lights out tennis if she's playing well. She can really play that style, didn't see that one, but let me know if you did. Keys got over the finish line against Wong, 10-2 in the final set tiebreak. Paula Badosa beat Kostyuk. Kostyuk, very impressed that she made it such a match. Took the second set, but couldn't quite get it done. So Badosa had some issues, but playing well still. Danielle Collins beat Clara Tauson. Another tough match, showing Tauson's potential, but also showing Collins' grit. She's a hardcore fighter and got through in the end after being down a set. Elise Mertens won easily against Zhang. Halep had not an issue against Kovinic. 3 games only given away. Cornet beat Zidansek. I had a feeling she would kind of ride the wave of confidence there and push through. Swiatek had less of an issue than I thought against Kasatkina, dropping only 5 games. Cirstea beat Pavlyuchenkova, also a prediction I made. Kaia Kanepi had no issues really with Inglis after a bit of a surprising first set loss. She dropped only 2 games for the rest of the match. And Sabalenka, double fault queen of the tournament. She's hitting a lot of double faults. It irks you to watch. But then she said in a commentary that she was happy to only have made 10 double faults in a match, which is a lot. But yeah, she's probably gonna figure it out. But I'm impressed that she keeps on winning, and she played a quality player in Vondrousova. Well done to Sabalenka for winning that match without a serve. Looking at the fourth round, Ash Barty, Anisimova, great match, interesting matchup. Ash Barty is my prediction to win the tournament. I'm gonna keep her around for that. Jessica Pegula, Sakkari, a tough match. Sakkari, I think, has the Greek fans behind her, but also the legs behind her to keep winning matches. He's playing really well in this tournament. Krejcikova, Azarenka, maybe the toughest match of the round. I would predict Azarenka in the end, but I could go either way. I think 3 sets. Good matchup there. Keys Badosa. Badosa will win that one in straights, in my opinion. Collins should beat Mertens. Halep should beat Cornet. I think the French woman's journey ends here. Swiatek should beat Cirstea. Swiatek is a likely candidate to face Bart in the final, in my opinion. And Sabalenka, I think she keeps on winning despite her problems with the serve. I think she will beat Kanepi. She is on a roll, and then that's usually a positive thing for her. So those are my quick predictions and impressions from round 3, and looking ahead at round 4. Are you watching? What are your thoughts? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll try to do this for every round until we reach the final. That's the plan, at least. More content to come as well. If you like the stuff I do, please consider supporting me on patreon.com/tennisnerd, or by buying something through the links in the description. I get a small commission if you do, at no extra cost to you. Big thanks, have a nice day, and don't forget to play some tennis.